You gotta see, this is just like the worst thing ever. It's not the fact that that's instant, but how freaking dare, Greg, you bring decaffeinated coffee into the premises here at this company. Bro, are you sick? Is there something wrong with you? Don't you ever do that again, number one. And you know what? Don't ever talk to me again. As a matter of fact, we're no longer brothers. I don't know who you are. Just get the hell out of my life. I wanted to kind of go around and talk to everybody here today and just have a little one-on-one with Trace. I'm going to talk to staff, maybe talk to Greg. We'll see how it goes. Probably talk to Greg. What is the absolute, in your opinion, do not do this as a nail professional? If you could pick something, Trace, and really focus in on with your experience and your knowledge, what would you tell a budding nail artist?
My number one advice is do not talk crap about anybody. I don't care if it's people in your salon. I don't care if it's customers. I don't care other nail techs in anywhere. You just don't do it.
Like you're talking, obviously in the salon is the obvious one, but yeah, even surrounding neighboring salons to clients, what have you...
I would see it all the time. Like, you go somewhere and you see somebody's nails and people will be like, oh my gosh, you need to come to me and let me fix that. No, I've never done that. Anything else is fixable. If you're not charging enough, if you're doing, a service wrong, that's all fixable, but you cannot go backwards from talking crap about people.
Damn, this is good. I did not expect you to say that. I think this is like such a great piece of advice. Your reputation. How difficult is it to fix your reputation?
People do not forget. And what I've always said is you never know when you're going to be sitting across from that person. And that's where I was. I had good relationships with everybody. There's no reason.
There's times where you would need to even recommend somebody, like you couldn't take them in. And so you're just like, hey, you had good relationships with the salons around you, you'd recommend. And also, if somebody is trying to take advantage of you, you can work with the salons around and be like, hey, don't let this person take advantage of you. She's going around trying to get free sets, stuff like that, right?
You also, because we used to, remember the road shows I do in Reading? I tell the group, I'm like, listen, if you guys all talk with each other, let's set some standards.
Yeah.
Let's set some standard pricing. Instead of fighting against each other, let's help each other out. And then that way, we're setting the standards, not trying to outbid each other.
I'm not going to take that advice, and as soon as I walk out of this room, I'm going to talk smack about Tracey. So.
I can say about you guys.
Steph.
No.
Goodbye.
Go away.
If you were going to tell somebody, starting out, definitely don't do this in your nail tech career. Like the one thing, nail professionals don't do this. What would that be for you?
Don't overextend yourself or sell yourself short.
Explain, please. Very interesting.
I feel like I definitely was guilty of overextending myself often.
Like in terms of trying to take every client, working way too much?
Kind of, but to the point of I felt like I was like accommodating for everybody, and then I would be annoyed if it wasn't like appreciated. Yeah, I'll take you at 8:30 at night or whatever, and then they're like, okay, bye. And I'm like, annoyed that I felt like I had kind of went out. Yeah. And right. So, and then I think that kind of goes hand in hand with not selling yourself short, as in back to always charging your worth. Because I think you're overextending yourself by giving away free art or free glitter, and then they don't seem appreciative of it. Right. And so you're annoyed. So just kind of like any other relationship, just you need to establish your boundaries and just feel I don't know. I don't want anybody to go out on a limb and then have animosity behind it.
Yeah, I like that. It's like if you're going to make the space for somebody, if you're going to go out on a limb without the expectation, right? But then on the flip side, I really like this because on the flip side, if you're charging what you're supposed to, you're probably not going to be annoyed,
Exactly.
right?
And that was what I learned. And so that's why I think that the two go hand in hand. Because like for instance, I would never schedule a lunch break. And then sometimes on a day where I was really hangry, my client would come in and I'd be grumpy. And it's not their fault. Like I'm the one that scheduled that way. It's me. Like same thing with like late night appointments. Like at the end of the day, I'm tired and I'm annoyed and they get there and I'm not giving them my best self.
Right.
Because I'm annoyed and it's not their fault. Like I offered them the spot. So, if you're going to offer those kinds of things, if you're going to work those kinds of hours, if you're going to do all those extra little goodies, the art and all that stuff, like charge for it so that then you're not feeling any animosity behind it.
Yeah.
And then if you don't want to, then don't. If you're extending yourself, you need to be confident in that and you need to give your clients the best you that you can. So if you're going to work late nights, if you're going to work long hours, if you're going to skip lunch, it's not their fault. You know what I mean? And then I think, again, that goes hand in hand with the charging for it because then you're not going to be in that mood.
Bitter.
Yeah, you're not angry like you're giving too much without receiving anything in return.
Yeah.
So I think the two definitely kind of go hand in hand.
I love it. Nail techs, don't do this, ... What would you say to them?
I would say don't think that you know how to do nails when you come out of school. I think that it's really important for you to get out there and get educated. Use YouTube as a resource. Go to trade shows, especially if you're in Florida. Definitely Premiere. Come out for continued education. I mean, I think it's the only way that you're going to get better. You need to find someone who's going to be able to mentor you and help you understand what it takes to be successful in the salon.
That's awesome. In the same way, bro, that I mentor you, correct? And Tracey.
Yes.
Especially Tracey.
Yeah, I don't know how I would survive without you.
How would you live, bro, without me? How would you live without me?
No.